David Ben-Gurion declared an independent state of Israel on May 14, 1948, and a new chapter of Jewish history began. The British had controlled Palestine under the British Mandate, but that expired at midnight, and so the early Zionists declared a new nation. Some of them had lived in the land for generations, and some were new arrivals from Nazi Europe. For a couple of years, May 14th was a day for mourning lost soldiers. Then in 1951, Israel decided to split the day into two parts, Yom HaZikaron, Remembrance Day, and Yom HaAtzmaut, Independence Day. It is celebrated on the 5th of Iyar, or one of the days right around it. In 1953, Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day, was also added to this period, happening 8 days earlier. Yom HaZikaron begins at night with a minute-long siren where the whole country stops and stands in silence. Another siren the next morning kicks off the official memorial ceremonies, as well as private ones where people remember their loved ones. As night falls, the memorial mood shifts quickly as Israelis move into party mode, and Yom HaAtzmaut begins, starting with a formal state torch lighting ceremony on Mount Herzl in Jerusalem, to fireworks over Rabin Square in Tel Aviv, to street parties everywhere. As the night goes on, the party gets more and more lively, of course, and the next day, while possibly nursing an Arak hangover, is all about a barbecue on the beach or at the park with absolutely everyone else. Around the world, Jewish communities join in solidarity with those in Israel by wearing blue and white to celebrate the Israeli flag, eating classic foods like hummus, falafel, watermelon feta kebabs, and of course, bamba. Folk dancing is a fun old-school tradition, and lots of communities host big parties featuring Israeli rock bands, artists, and nonprofits. In synagogues, some communities say the Psalms of Praise called Hallel, or the Prayer for Miracles, Al Nisim. Why? Because, for some Jews, the founding of the state was a religious historical event, the fulfillment of a biblical promise to Abraham and Sarah that the land they walked would one day be home to their children's children. There's some difference here about who says what, but the basic idea for these religious Zionists is that Yom HaAtzmaut is a modern holy day. Not so for secular Zionists who remember and celebrate, but without the religious overtones. Taken together, Yom HaShoah, Yom HaZikaron, and Yom HaAtzmaut constitute a week that is sometimes called the Israeli High Holidays. Danielle Hartman writes, "The sadness of Yom HaZikaron does not give new meaning to Yom HaAtzmaut. Rather, it gives it gravitas. It reminds us of the price we paid, and as a result, the care, responsibility, and duty we have to build a great country, and to live and to give our lives special meaning."